The Endless Feast is proudly sponsored by the Edmonton Economic Development Corporation, the Montana Office of Tourism, and the Foundation for the Mid-South.
The Endless Feast travels the continent to explore and celebrate local food at its source. It's the connection between where our food comes from, it's the farmers, the producers, the people who cook it, and the people in the community who are eating their food every day.
There's so many things in our society that divide us, and what we eat can really bring us together.
It's about eating a gourmet meal made by a local chef, served in a gorgeous outdoor setting.
It's wonderful. It's really good.
I think everybody's going to walk away with the feeling that they've been to a very special event.
The Endless Feast is a celebration of sustainable agriculture, which is something that I feel a lot of joy about because it means we will be able to feed ourselves and our great-great-great-grandkids for generations to come.
If you treat the earth right, it will give back to you. And to me, that's what an Endless Feast is all about.
Come take a seat at our gorgeous table and join me in celebrating the Endless Feast. Cheers.
Cheers! Here's to the farm.
Yeah, here's to the farm, yeah.
This week's feast is on the Whitton farm in the northern region of the Arkansas Delta. The Arkansas Delta is beautiful, big blue skies with great clouds, lush fields of cotton and soybeans. The agriculture here is very rich and vibrant. They have sweet potatoes, tomatoes, basil. It's got a wide range of great produce.
Tony, will you go ahead and start the bacon for me?
Lisa Godsey is a chef for this week's feast. She's the owner of Godsey's Grill, and she's really interested in connecting with farmers.
The seasonally local food movement that we have going on right now is a chance for more people to understand local produce is grown in your own area by people who care and who take the time to do it. We know where it comes from, we know how it's grown, it's healthier, and it just brings more back to the economy.
Fresh, organic foods are just starting to be discovered in this area. And chefs like Lisa and producers like Whitton Farms are leading the way.
Well, Whitton Farms originated about 5 years ago. We farm about 12 acres of vegetables, cut flowers, and herbs.
We've been here on this farm, my family, for about 70 years now. Now Jill and I have come along and we want to go back to vegetables and a more sustainable way of life.
Keith used to be a teacher, I used to be a teacher, and now we're full-time farmers.
We still educate, but these days it's about life on a farm instead of being in a school classroom.
Keith and Jill are young and vibrant farmers who are spearheading this movement here towards eating local, sustainable food, knowing your farmer, eating fresh food that's seasonal whenever you can.
So this is our greenhouse where we've been growing a few herbs this summer. I know Lisa's interested.
Oh yeah, interested in that basil. The first course we'll be doing a roasted tomato and basil soup and also doing a pumpkin and sweet potato soup along with that.
We use a lot of sustainable methods here on the farm. We cover crop, we rotate our crops out. We just try to be good stewards of the land and treat our property with respect.
I'm all about this right here. This is fantastic because I know where this comes from, I know how it's grown, and I know who grew it.
Jill and Keith are treating the earth really well, taking farming back to the old days, making vegetables and fruits just taste great, not mass-produced.
We're gonna walk out here and look at our mushrooms.
Those are huge. I thought mushrooms grew on the ground.
Some of them do. These are born on hardwood oak logs. And we want ones about like this. You just reach back behind them and pop it. And what you're looking for is see if that cap is separated from the stem and that one's about ready to go.
The coolest thing I saw were the shiitake mushrooms. They were growing on these big logs and we got to pluck them and eat them right away. That is so good. Do you want to taste some of your mushrooms?
I would love to.
It's earthy and sweet. How are you going to use these mushrooms, Lisa?
These are going to go sauteed in with the green beans that we're going to do as one of the side dishes.
That sounds fabulous.
They're going to be really good.
We want to honestly change food culture in urban areas. We try to bring fresh food to the people that want it. Lisa's going to use these pumpkins in the feast.
Oh, yeah.
What you going to do with them?
We're doing a pumpkin and sweet potato soup.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to be and they're actually going to be served in pumpkins that we've hollowed out.
Love it. Whitton Farms is absolutely beautiful, very rustic looking. It's got a great energy. I can't wait to be here for the feast. Great hanging out at your farm. I'll see you on feast day.
Wonderful.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I had a great time.
Wonderful.
Bye,
See
y'all.
you.
Today at the Health, Wellness, and Environmental Studies School, we're picking up tomatoes that the young people grew, and Lisa's gonna put it in the soup.
Hey, hello. How are you? Yvette, how are you? Welcome to our garden.
Well, thank you. It is gorgeous. You guys are doing such amazing work here.
I'm Melinda Smith. I am the coordinator at Health, Wellness, and Environmental Studies Magnet School.
And you are? I'm Mrs. Garehan. Mrs. Garehan, good to meet you. And you? Ariel. Ariel, good to meet you.
We have kids grades 1st through 6th, and our main goal today is to pick some tomatoes to add to the feast.
Wow, you guys grew this?
Yes.
Yes, amazing. We are actually going to use this basil that you guys grew at this big feast we're going to have on the weekend. So everybody's going to get to enjoy this that you guys made. How cool is that?
We have 3 outdoor classrooms. We're able to take this concept of growing our own food, tying in with lessons. We want to change their mindset about eating healthy, thinking healthy.
So do you guys like veggies now?
Yes.
It's great to see young people who are so excited about planting and harvesting fresh local foods. We want young people to eat fresh veggies, so what better way than to have them experience it hands-on? Let's see all the tomatoes you got. Wow, that's good. They look awesome. Good job, guys.
Our kids come out and garden and finish it up with a healthy lesson in the kitchen.
Guys, I need you to listen. We've been in the garden, and we are going to make a little garden on a cracker. You can create your garden how you want to. It's your imagination.
I like carrots.
There is a movement not only to encourage schools to build gardens, but to buy local fresh fruit and vegetables to get it into the schools.
How is it? There it is. Thumbs up. I love talking with the kids because they really seem to enjoy having this opportunity to grow things and taste them. It really touched me knowing that this movement towards local sustainable food in Arkansas is new, and I see the next generation of folks who are going to carry this on through the years. Thank you so much. You guys did an awesome job.
See ya. Bye.
Today, Jill and I are going to Peace Bee Farm. We're going to find out about bees, taste some honey.
Well, I hope you're as excited as I am.
Oh, I am. I love honey.
Hey, Richard. Hey, Rita.
Hey, Jill.
This is Yvette.
Hi, how you doing?
Beth, welcome to Peace Bee Farm.
Well, thank you so much. Good to meet you.
My wife, Rita.
Hi, Rita.
I'm Richard Underhill. My wife, Rita, and I are the owners of Peace Bee Farm here in Proctor, Arkansas. Peace Bee Farm is a 200-acre farm. We have about 100 colonies. We raised several thousand pounds of honey. These are the beehives.
Wow, I see them swarming over there.
Let's get a little closer. To make a 1-pound jar of honey, the bees must go visit 2 million flowers.
2 million flowers?
2 million flowers.
For one of those jars of honey?
Right, 1 jar of honey.
Did you know that? That's amazing.
I didn't know that.
It's a completely different experience for people to eat the honey that has not been heated or treated.
Honeybees are really, really important because without them, you can't pollinate any kind of flowering fruit or vegetable. So if we don't have honeybees, then we really don't have at least 1/3 of the food that we eat every day.
This first thing we do is we take the honey to the uncapping tank.
Is that all honeycomb?
Yes, it is.
Wow, can you touch it?
Well, yes, you can. This is the frame that came right out of the beehive. We'll take a knife and cut the cappings off.
Oh, wow. That is really cool.
As we cut the cappings off, we expose the honey. And here is the honey for you to eat.
That is delicious.
Don't be shy.
We have to share this.
Don't be shy.
That is some good honey. It's not just sweet, it has like other flavors.
You can taste the the flavor of all of the flowers that Jill grows. There's a big trend to get back to more natural methods of handling the bees to try to get away from the overuse of chemicals. And then we will take it and put it in the extractor, and then they'll spin around, and centrifugal force takes the honey out of the frames. Then we're ready to bottle it and eat it.
I got a chance to actually taste the honey on the comb, and now I get to taste it at the feast. I can't wait.
Would you like to pour yourself a bottle of honey?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Little bear.
Okay.
Yay.
I think we truly love what we do. We're attuned to nature. We try to work with nature, and there's an appreciation of the connection to the past.
We'll see you at the feast, right? You're going to be there?
I sure will.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for coming out.
Honey, it was great.
Richard, it's always good to see you.
Good to see you again, Jill.
Jill and I are going to Delta Soul Farm. We're going to meet up with Brandon and see some sweet potatoes that are going to be served at the feast.
Delta Soul Farm is a small market garden farm. I'm set up on about an acre this year, so I'm not shipping in vegetables from Ecuador. I'm not shipping in garlic from China. I'm growing it all here and giving it to people locally.
It's a bumpy ride. Whoa, whoa, we're right on the wheel.
What is that, buckwheat?
That's buckwheat.
Okay, that's what I thought. Looks good.
I'm not certified organic, but I do all the organic practices. And we don't use any chemicals or any chemical fertilizers. That's cool.
So you did all this?
I did this.
He's a one-man show.
Brandon's doing a really great job his first year here at Delta Soul. He has flowers, he has turnips, he has sweet potatoes, and the land is just beautiful.
This is a cover crop of buckwheat, so I'm just going to mow it in and till it into the ground.
Okay.
It kind of adds organic matter to the soil. So I try to use sustainable methods on this farm by doing a lot of crop rotation. We take really good care of the soil. These are some turnips.
That's good, Brandon.
Isn't that good?
I got to try a beautiful little white turnip. And it was amazing because turnips are usually really bitter, and this was sweet and crisp. I mean, it had that spiciness that you expect, but it was so fresh. You did good. High five.
Thank you. I think it's really important to know where your food's coming from. It's usually going to taste better because it's grown for flavor rather than for shipping. Okay, these are sweet potatoes, and these are the vines. And
They
I grew
are gorgeous.
3 different varieties.
Delta Soul is providing the sweet potatoes for the feast. They're going to be used for this great pumpkin and sweet potato soup.
And you just go straight down, loosen it up, and then you get this beautiful, amazing food comes up.
Wow.
Look at that.
Awesome.
I think it's an important lesson to produce food for people in this community. It's a great bond.
Well, this was so much fun.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming
I have
out.
never harvested a sweet potato.
Yeah.
Though I've eaten a many. Good
Well,
to meet you.
Hey, thank you so much.
Hi.
Well, hey.
How you doing?
Great, how are you?
I'm good. A little wet.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm David.
Hi, David. I'm Ebeth.
Nice to meet you.
That's Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl. Thank you.
I'm David Head. I own Nine Oaks Cattle Company. We own 270 acres. That's been in our family since 1954. And we usually run approximately 110 to 115 head at any given time. For the feast, we're providing beef brisket.
So you're all natural.
We use no hormones, no growth hormones, no antibiotics. Anytime you can avoid the hormone or antibiotic intake, it makes for healthier cattle. And healthier cattle, we produce, we think, healthier beef, which is healthier for you. But what do you say? You want to try to feed them?
I do.
Well,
I want to try it.
People like to know where their product comes from and how it was handled. The joy in it is when they come back and say, it was wonderful, you know, it tasted great. You know, those kind of comments is what drives you to do what you do.
Talking with David, it was really clear to see how much he loves his cattle and how important it is to him that they're raised with plenty of space, that they're treated with respect. He's really dedicated to taking great care of his cows and making a great product. Well, so great to meet you.
Well,
I really appreciate you showing me around.
Well, we're glad you came out.
Thank you so much. I'll see you at the feast.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Y'all come back.
I'll put a little bit of cinnamon in here too when it bakes up. Feast day is tomorrow. We are getting ready back in the kitchen right now, finishing up our final prep, getting everything done, checking all of our lists to make sure that this feast goes off without a hitch. Well, here's our kitchen.
Oh, I love it.
Today we're finishing up our soups, roasting our pumpkin and sweet potatoes for the soup, and we'll finish up our tomato basil soup as well.
I'm gonna take the top out, I'm gonna gut it out, take all the seeds and everything out, chop it up into little cubes, and then we're gonna throw it in with the sweet potatoes and then roast it in the oven about 350.
That sounds delightful.
Now go ahead and stick your hand in there. We're putting Ebeth to work back there. She's taking a pumpkin apart, getting the seeds out of it. She's got her gloves on and she's ready to go. It's gonna be a new experience doing something like this outdoors. We're doing a big seasonal dinner and I think it's gonna be great. Everybody's gonna be able to taste something that came right from the garden and went right to the table. You did a fantastic job. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I can't wait to see and taste the soup that Lisa's gonna make. The cool thing about it is she's gonna serve it in the pumpkin itself. And we'll get to serve ourselves from these big, fresh pumpkins. It'll be amazing.
Right now what we're gonna do is put a little bit of olive oil on here.
Do you want me to mix it up?
Yeah, careful. We're just gonna lightly season this up so it has just a little bit of flavor. We're gonna add a little bit of brown sugar. We're gonna add a little apple cider down to the bottom of it.
Get a nice little sweetness to it too. I love apple and squash. There's nothing like it.
All right, then we're gonna toss this up a little bit.
Sure, mix it all up. It smells divine.
To me, the endless feast means the possibilities are endless. You've always got fresh food to use. It's gonna be great for everybody just to be out there, be family style and all together enjoying all this food. Here we go, close it up. Voila.
Voila.
Watch out, bee coming through.
Sunday, October the 11th, feast day. We're gonna eat a feast. We're gonna have so much food out here, man, it's gonna be ridiculous, right?
The Endless Feast is a celebration of the connection between where our food comes from, the people who cook it, and the people who enjoy eating it.
Starting to saute the onions that we're gonna use on top of one of the salads that we're gonna do.
It's gonna be wonderful. We can smell it over there going already. I got those onions caramelizing. So we're gonna eat food that's been out of the ground for less than 4 hours.
Yeah, we're making kind of like a spicy blue cheese going with this. Oh, I feel like I've been cutting tomatoes for hours.
It's 9:15 and we have a couple of hours to set up. We've got the tablecloths, pumpkin centerpieces, chairs are going down, so hopefully we'll be ready in time and we're gonna have a great feast.
That works out
These are
enough
great.
of those?
Those are perfect. Those are gorgeous.
Make sure you get that.
That's what I'm saying, right there.
Make sure you get that.
We're doing actually 5 courses today. It starts at noon with the appetizers, which will be passed on a tray. We're doing crostini with pear butter, brie, and topped with pecans. We're also doing hummus. They're supplying some of the baby vegetables, and we also have pita chips.
Do you know that that pear butter was made from pears from this farm right here we're about to eat? Is that amazing?
Wonderful. It's absolutely fabulous.
We will be providing Arkansas wine and beer today, select reds and whites to complement the meals.
My name's Audrey House. I'm with Chateau Ozark Vineyards and Winery, and we're here today at the feast serving about a dozen different wines.
I didn't know that Arkansas was good wine growing country. I had no idea.
One spot in particular, St. Mary's Mountain, just right outside of Altus. Our main focus at our farm is just keeping it holistic and trying not to produce as much of a footprint as we possibly can.
How's the wine?
It's excellent, actually. Yeah, this is a Cabernet Sauvignon. What did you
This
get?
is the Dragonfly.
Drinking local, you're supporting the farmers, and that helps all of us, really.
Exactly. Like they say, if you know your farmer, you know your food.
It took a whole lot of work. Keith and I have been up since 4 this morning, but it's worth it, you know.
It is worth it.
It is worth it.
One thing about it, worth it to the community
I think
that we're
so.
living in. I'm so happy to see it be here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have missed this for nothing.
Please have a seat anywhere you like. We're gonna start serving, so make yourself comfortable.
Jill and I would like to thank every one of you, wherever you are, for coming out here today and helping make this possible. Okay, give yourselves a round of applause, okay?
The food that you're going to have today is, most of it is actually from Whitton Farms. You're going to have a 5-course meal sitting out here in nature as it was intended. So, I hope y'all enjoy it.
What we're doing here is we're getting out the pumpkins because we're going to serve the soup out of the pumpkins. It's a pretty labor-intensive process.
We're doing the honey that Peace Bee Farms gave us. We also use the honey whenever we sauteed the black Arkansas apples. This is going to be a really, really good soup. I've never cooked outside like this for 115 people, but I think we're ready to go. I think it's going to be exciting. The first soup that came out was the roasted pumpkin and sweet potato soup. Sweet potatoes were provided by Brandon Pugh.
I have great sweet potatoes.
Oh, the soup's great. The soup is absolutely wonderful.
We also have a roasted tomato and basil soup that's come out for you.
Ooh, that's good. I'm gonna have to just lick this bowl. This is so good.
It's got this great smoky sweetness, a little bit of chunk to it. It just tastes so fresh. Arkansas fresh, baby.
First salad that'll go out is a green salad that we've done with mixed lettuce. Gonna have goat cheese, cranberries, pecans, and a lime citrus mustard vinaigrette that's gonna go on the top of it. Yeah. You liked it? Was it good? Yeah. High five.
We have an heirloom tomato salad with field greens. We're gonna do a blue cheese crumbled dressing.
We have fresh heirloom tomatoes on there. Part of them are from Whitton Farms. The other part of the tomatoes come from Tracy and Melinda from Health, Wellness, Environmental Studies Magnet School down there at the end.
That is really good. The blue cheese, the fresh lettuce, bursting with flavor.
Right now we've got our salsa rice that we're doing, fixing to get that out and get it served. Got some roasted corn in here. Be one of the sides that we're doing along with the sauteed green beans and the shiitake mushrooms. David Head with 9 Oaks Cattle Ranch is going to bring in the brisket for us, and I think it's going to be a wonderful complement to everything else that we're doing.
David Head, David, stand up. You're gonna be eating some of David's beef, okay? It's raised in Brooklyn, Arkansas. You're gonna love it.
Finally.
So what is it? Brisket?
Brisket.
All right, I have to eat some more meat. It's so good.
Oh my God.
It's unbelievable.
Everybody's happy with the brisket. I'm happy, yeah. If you're not happy, I'm not happy.
And you know he loves it.
I'm very pleased.
And the Delta, baby.
The Delta.
Delta.
9 Oaks.
9 Oaks.
He's hooking up.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
These are fudge brownies with Whitton Farms pecans with hot fudge sauce, a 3-layer strawberry cake, and this is homemade ice cream that David made yesterday.
3-layer strawberry cake.
A little slice of heaven.
It really tastes homemade. Fresh, light, lots of vanilla.
It was fantastic. I think everybody loved everything that came out, you know, from the beef to the dessert, the sides. It's a good way to bring a community together, get everybody, you know, just at one big long table just to have a good time. So, did everybody like today? The local food movement that we have going on right now in the Arkansas Delta is brand new, and I do really hope that it continues to grow. Thank you all so much for coming out. We appreciate this. We thank you for supporting your local farmers. Thank you so much from the bottom of all of our hearts. We appreciate it. Thank you.
The greatest thing I think about Endless Feast is the connections that happen between the folks who are sitting down together and eating. You get to see farmers meeting with people from their community who eat their beef or eat their sweet potatoes or their pecans, and they get to say, hey, it was delicious. How are you feeling towards the end of the feast now?
I just feel totally at peace. It was an exciting process, definitely was an experience I will never forget, and one of the best days of my life, to tell you the honest to God truth.
Jill and Keith did such an amazing job putting this together. They just seemed really moved, really happy to have been able to participate. They were humble and happy and grateful. The people here in the Arkansas Delta seem really excited about this growing movement of having local food, and that's what the Endless Feast is all about, sharing and building community around food. To learn more about people and places from this episode, please visit www.endlessfeast.tv.
The Endless Feast is proudly sponsored by the Edmonton Economic Development Corporation. Edmonton, Canada's festival city, is home to 3,500 restaurants and 16 farmers markets offering fresh produce and Canadian game meats. We join the Endless Feast in educating communities to eat local. And the Montana Office of Tourism. You'll find Montana beef, craft brews, and dozens of other locally grown foods at farmers markets and restaurants from Yellowstone to Glacier National Parks. Montana's agricultural heritage is proudly supported by locals and travelers alike. Also, the Foundation for the Mid-South. The Mid-South, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, is world-renowned for its close connection of food and culture. We join the Endless Feast in celebrating sustainable agriculture and the positive impact it has on health, wellness, and the economy.